At a hastily called news conference, Ambassador Haley said that the United States would seek action at the United Nations.
We must not be silent. The people of Iran are crying out for freedom. All freedom-loving people must stand with their cause.
A vocal critic of the Iranian government, Haley said she would call for an emergency UN meeting on the situation, as well as at the Geneva-based UN Human Rights Council. It was not immediately clear whether the UN Security Council would agree to hold a meeting on the protests, as it deals with threats to international peace and security, not domestic issues. While her choice of the Human Rights Council may raise some diplomatic eyebrows, as she has previously called it a forum for politics, hypocrisy, and evasion, because of its criticism of Israel. In an interview with VOA contributor Greta Van Susteren, National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster said the Iranian people are frustrated with a regime that is more focused on exporting terrorism than on fulfilling the needs of its people.
That this regime be denied the resources it needs to continue its murderous campaigns. And so it's diplomacy, but it's also sanctions. And we see that actually the Iranian people are expressing their displeasure about the nature of this regime, how it treats them, but also how it treats the rest of the world.
The Trump administration will have an opportunity later this month to reimpose or enact new sanctions against Tehran when the 2015 nuclear deal comes up for its 90-day recertification. The president decertified the Obama-era deal in October, kicking it to Congress for sanctions review, but Congress did nothing. Now, legislators may have more of an appetite to apply political pressure on the Iranian authorities. But to what end? White House spokesperson Sarah Huckabee Sanders was asked whether Washington wants to see regime change in Tehran.
I think the ultimate end game would be that the citizens and the people of Iran are actually given basic human rights, and he'd certainly like to see them stop being a state sponsor of terror. I think that's something the whole world would like to see.
What lasting changes these demonstrations bring still remains to be seen. Margaret Besheer, VOA News, the United Nations.